Hey, what's up, guys? It's the final round, and my name is Jordan. I figured I'd switch things up a little bit and do a little bit of UFC picks. And UFC is probably one of the most difficult sports to predict. So I'm really just trying to have fun with this, trying to go with the best looks possible. I am going to give props that I see on Prizepicks, and I'm also going to give lines that I think that may be a good one to take if you are on a sports book. And I have a Discord. The link is in the description if you would like to discuss lines. There's not much talk going on in UFC right now, but if you're interested in NBA or baseball or soccer, there's always a lot of conversation going on in those. And if you are a UFC fan and you would like to pick up the conversation and help bring your perspective to the lines, I would love for you to join, and we can get that channel going. So I don't charge for any of this. If you do well with them and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and a Venmo in the description. You can donate back to the channel, and thank you to the people who have donated. So if you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you have a little bit of extra time, you can leave a comment for the algorithm. You can say anything. You can say hello, goodbye, good morning, good night. It doesn't matter. You can tell me who you think's gonna win. It doesn't matter. It just tells YouTube to get that video out there to more people. And thank you to the great community that you guys are that comment a ton. And I do have 3 different partners I'm working with now. Underdog and JOCKMKT are pick'em apps. I'll have the links for those in the pinned comment. It's promo code FINALROUND11 for each of them, and they'll match up to $100. And Outlier is a data app. I'll have a link there in the pinned comment as well for a 7-day free trial if you want to use that for your NBA bets or baseball bets. And hopefully we get some WNBA in there as well soon. I've heard they've been talking about it. So I have 5 picks for the UFC today. It should be a fun night. There was a lot of short notice switches, a lot of guys dropping out. If you're on DraftKings, it's going to be really difficult to make a lineup because Jamie Malarkey, who's the biggest favorite, he was one of the biggest underdogs, so now he's like really low on the DFS slots. So it's going to be a crazy night if you're doing DraftKings. But my first pick's going to be Jinh Frey, under 65.5 fantasy points. And the reason why I'm picking this is she was initially the favorite against Elise Reed, and the odds have switched. Elise Reed is now the favorite. A lot of people do think Elise Reed is going to win this fight. Enough bets have come in. So in order for Jinh Frey to get over this fantasy score, she's going to have to win. So just seeing that switch, Prizepicks, they still keep who was the favorite at the time for fantasy score. So I'm going with the under on 65.5 for Jinh Frey. Second pick's going to be Dante Mays. I'm looking at the under on his fantasy score at 70.5 fantasy points. Dante Mays is not a high-level fighter. He's really not that good. He's just really big. So he could get a win here, but he kind of just has to get lucky. And they have him as the favorite against Andre Arlovski. I think they have him as the favorite because Arlovski is 44 years old. Might be the oldest guy in the UFC, but Andre Arlovski has been beating up on lower level guys, even at this age. So I like the under 70.5 fantasy score for Dante Mays. If you're on a sports book and you would like to try some plus money, look at Arlovski at plus 115. Because Dante Mays is he's just not good. He really is just gonna have to get lucky. His last fight, he really went out there and just kind of did nothing. Third pick's gonna be John Castaneda, under fantasy score. So you see a big theme here. There's a lot of people who have his opponent Muan Gafarov. A lot of people before the lines came out thought that he should be the favorite, and kind of a heavy favorite. Gafarov is a well-rounded fighter, and right now he's at plus 115. The odds actually came out wider, and they've been getting more narrow and narrow. So that's another one to take good plus money. That's Muan Gafarov. if you want plus 115. So I'm liking John Castaneda to lose this fight, which means his fantasy score is going to go under. So that's 73.5 fantasy score for John Castaneda. And fourth pick, a lot of people they don't like to take women's under on minutes, fighting minutes, because women's fights traditionally, more often than not, go the distance. But Kareem Silva has 15 wins, and all 15 has come inside the distance. When she wins, she wins by knockout or submission. They have Kareem Silva's fight minutes at 12.5, so that's 2.5 rounds. She's going up against a newcomer, Caitlin Sosa. She's making her UFC debut. Watched some of her previous fights. Not too impressive or anything like that that's going to blow your mind. So I like Silva inside the distance here. And fifth pick's going to be Jamie Malarkey. He was an underdog, and now he has Muhammad Naimov stepping in on short notice, who's actually going up a weight class. So he's naturally smaller. Jamie Malarkey is much bigger than him. He's the biggest favorite on the card now at minus 500. I don't know how quickly this fight's going to be over or not, but I do like Jamie Malarkey over 2.5 takedowns. If this goes, to 2 rounds, Malarkey should be able to, throw this guy around and really easily get takedowns. The only way he doesn't get 2.5 takedowns is if he gets a takedown and then he gets a finish. I don't think Malarkey's that good where he's like a Jalton Almeida, where he's going to, get a takedown and then it's pretty much over. So we'll see how the fight goes, but I'm going with over 2.5 takedowns, and he should be able to get them pretty easily. He's at minus 500, like I said, so I think it's pretty safe if you want to add him to a parlay just to kind of boost the odds a little bit at minus 500. I don't think you're risking too much by adding Jamie Malarkey. So that's my 5 picks. I hope you all do well for tonight. I enjoyed UFC Charlotte so much that I've already got everything booked to go to UFC Jacksonville in late June. So it's official. I will be there. I know some of you said that you live in Jacksonville. I'd love to know the places to eat, the best places to eat. Specifically for the money, not like the best places to eat where I'm paying $300 for a meal or something like that. But the good spots, even if I have to make a little bit of a drive, that'd be fine. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all do well if you're betting UFC. If not, hope you do well with baseball or whatever else you like to put your money on. So God bless you all. It's the final round. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.